Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have DJ Akademiks claiming Kendrick Lamar is struggling to catch another hit, saying the ones that he's been dropping, such as Squabble Up and TV Off, are cool, but not on the level of Not Like Us, which I honestly don't think was ever really the aim of the GNX project. I saw the project as a successful way of keeping the momentum and controlling the conversation leading up to the Super Bowl, Grammys, and the stadium tour, and what many are speculating to be another album on the way. Kendrick Lamar and PG Lang have definitely been putting on a master class on how to control momentum and also dictate the pace and narrative. And it's wild to say Kendrick can't catch another hit when his latest project, GNX, was just named as the first rap album to have all of its songs on the top 100 of the Billboard charts for 3 consecutive weeks, while also being all over TikTok and social media. I mean, I hear Luther everywhere. And even Obama has Squabble Up on his playlist for his songs of the year. And at this point, I feel like none of us should take anything this guy says seriously, at least in regards to anything having to do with Kendrick Lamar and Drake, because the bias and the delusion in the face of all the evidence to the contrary, this guy's still going to try to find a way to spin it, even if we could all see right through it. And as each day goes by, I feel like my belief that Ak is just putting on an act grows stronger and stronger by the day. Even he can't believe half the stuff he says. Ak, you can lie to us, but you can't lie to yourself, fam. Just come out and tell us the truth, that you're trying to take down Drake from the inside. Super pause. Who knows, maybe for him not so pause, because the way this guy was talking about Drake's meat was super flagrant. But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into the video. Again, we have DJ Akademiks claiming Kendrick Lamar is struggling to catch another hit, which is crazy because this current project did over 300,000 sales his first week.
What my new advice has been to Drake: don't respond to none of this shit. Wait till about summertime, drop. Don't drop in February, even though I highly disagree with him going on tour. Even I get it, the Anita Maxwell tour the same day as the Super Bowl.
The thing is, obviously, that's going to be compared to anything Kendrick's doing. And that stadium tour is definitely going to be epic as well, because we all saw the energy at that pop-out show, and we only imagine when there's 80,000 people in there instead of 20,000. This is one of the rare times where Akademiks is actually giving some type of sensible advice.
Think it's bad? Kendrick realizes that his music, with all due respect, Not Like Us is a global hit, whether Drake thinks it is or not.
You
Not
can't
Like
run
Us,
from that
global
fact.
hit. Squabble Up is not even a national hit currently. It does good because Kendrick is popular. It's not a national hit. And
I mean, that record is doing monster numbers right now.
what you're realizing, he dropped an entire album, and what he's...
And it is wild that he is comparing it to like a legacy-defining record. That record is one of the most successful rap records in history. But I don't think the aim of this project was ever to try to beat that. It literally did the job it was intended to do, to keep the momentum and to keep the conversation on them, which, like I said in the intro, they've literally put on a master class.
You know, he has to live up to... Could you get the entire world to care about a song of yours like they did for Not Like Us? That's incredibly difficult. And what he's leaning on consistently is that, well, I could get more reach if I diss Drake. So I'm going to keep dissing or sneak dissing Drake. And because I do that, that will get the Twitter world and these other social media worlds to talk about these songs more, and it'll have more legs. However,
the thing is, because of the beef, I do believe that anything that Kendrick says is more than likely going to be dissected, and anything that could potentially be some type of sub is going to be called out as such, even if he is subbing somebody else. But like I always say, if you are that offended by a sub, then part of you may also feel that you're guilty of what that sub is trying to convey.
it's waning because, again, yeah, we'll talk about this for a couple of days, but if the song isn't a hit, we're not going to talk about it beyond this. So we'll see.
This delusion is crazy. He's making it seem like this is Kendrick Lamar's first hit, and he doesn't have a decade of hits. Songs and albums that have done great commercially and critically. Not only does he win all the big time awards because he is one of the Grammy darlings, I mean, I feel like every time he's nominated, he takes a Grammy home. And as far as numbers, the guy does amazing numbers. He's doing in the hundreds of thousands. If I'm not mistaken, Damn did like 600K first week. So this is just Ak moving the goalposts. I don't think that project was any attempt at all, especially with it being a surprise album, at trying to beat out the success of Not Like Us. And that's really what you don't want to do. The last thing you want to do is try to chase a hit. Kendrick Lamar has never been the guy to go and chase the hit. I feel like even when he's putting out his projects, you never really know what you're going to get because the guy has used a variety of different themes and soundscapes throughout his albums. So I don't know how you can justifiably downplay selling over 300,000 records and calling it anything else but a success and a hit.
You know what I mean? Again, I think Kendrick's doing what he has to do, but I think he has to figure out, and I do think he has some real hit songs coming. Bro, it's no way you could live off, oh, I'm dissing Drake to consistently get burned on your music. Squabble Up is I think it's a hit. I just don't think it's oh my God, this is gonna dominate the next 3 months hit. I'm gonna be honest with you, even
I don't think that's the aim, though.
Mustard, the TV off joint, I think that's a hit as well. But I think it's a hit, and I know this might not sound, yeah, y'all don't think I'm hating because I like Drake. I think it's a TikTok song. Like it's almost, it plays as a TikTok song.
Like I said, a lot of these records are all over TikTok and social media. That record and Luther, I've heard a plethora of times. So the fact that he's seeing this and still downplaying the impact is honestly hilarious. Like I said earlier, this guy could not possibly believe half the stuff he's saying, especially with the tons of footage we have of him proclaiming Kendrick Lamar to be the #1 rapper and the field being very distant. So this just reeks to me of rage baiting. This guy's calling it a hit and in the very same breath saying it's not a hit.
There's going to be a sound or a reel, that's Instagram, that everybody's going to rock with, like Mustard, like that's that. But other than that, I don't hear that song playing when I go out, when I leave the house, whether you believe I do or not. I don't hear that song in its entirety like it's a natural hit. So it's a trendy hit, but, you know, not like us, it's a natural hit.
This guy is just moving the goalposts. Obviously, the impact that Not Like Us had is extraordinary. It's one of the all-time most successful rap records. If I'm not mistaken, it pulled off the most streams in a day for a rap record. So obviously, that's next level. I mean, compare these records to the 100 gigs that Drake dropped. Those songs were in and out of the Hot 100 after a week. The fact that all these records on GNX are still on the top 100 is a testament to how successful it is. And like I keep saying, I really do think that this is a project meant to keep momentum, because I do expect that concept album that Kendrick Lamar is usually known to drop.
That's a fact. That's a natural hit, right? Like, that's just, it is what it is, right?
This guy.
But we'll see. We'll see. So I'm not mad at Kendrick, kind of like, you know, using Drake a little bit to get like a little bit more or whatever. But still, beyond that first week or two, that effect of, oh, he dissed Drake on this one doesn't really work, right? Like, was it Whack'em Freestyle? Not Freestyle.
Whacked Out Murals?
The Whack Murals or Whacked Murals? That shit that he dropped as an intro.
That song had like the whole industry talking and the culture talking as well, with multiple people he had bars about actually reacting to it. This is just Act's very desperate attempt to downplay the album, and he's doing a terrible job at it. At least he's not crashing out and yelling at the top of his lungs, worrying his doctor. But this guy is really trying to downplay 300,000 plus in sales for a project meant to keep the buzz going, which obviously it did that and much more.
I actually like it, but I don't think that's a national hit. and I feel like West Coast people always think I'm hating on the West Coast when I tell them that songs they like a lot, nobody else plays.
Bam, he had the gall to say that New York right now, and I'm originally from New York, but that New York has more motion in rap than LA. Erroneous. He also was defending his point that it was a toss-up between St. Louis and LA. But yeah, man, obviously he does have extreme bias, at least on camera, because we all saw his Spotify Wrapped, and bro, 2 of the top 3 of your records happen to be West Coast records. So those checks glazing for Drake obviously must be great, but every day more and more people are starting to believe that Akademiks, you are compromised.
Like, I don't believe that the majority
and
of
you a
people
fan
are playing that whacked out mural shit. I don't think people are playing that. I do believe people are still playing TV off and Squabble Up to a certain extent, but it's not, I think it's waning really fast, honestly. I could be wrong, though. You know, who knows?
An album that was really putting nothing into promotion.
SZA don't want no goddamn smoke.
Yeah, guys, I really don't think this guy believes half the stuff he's saying. To say that these records are hits and then in the very same breath say that they're not hits, obviously show how conflicted he is. But you can't in the same vein say that something's a hit and then not a hit without getting looked at as crazy. If all the songs are still in the Hot 100 after 3 weeks and that's a first, then that's a hit to me. You can keep trying to move the goalposts, but you are not being very effective at convincing anybody. I don't even think yourself. Someone did post a hilarious comment referring to when Akademiks said that he's on the payroll for some of these labels, like at Universal, and that maybe Universal is using him to discredit Drake even further while masquerading it as glazing. Because when this is the guy defending you, man, why have enemies when you have friends like this? But definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Kendrick Lamar is struggling to catch a hit? I can't in good conscience believe that. He just proved that with his last album. If we just look at the numbers, this is the textbook definition of a hit. And for me, that's coming from an album that, like I said, is more than likely just used to keep the momentum and keep the narrative on them. Because I don't think Kendrick Lamar and PG Lang plan to end this run anytime soon. So definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. Guys, thank you guys so much. The channel keeps growing exponentially. And honestly, it's all thanks to you guys. The video I put out yesterday just eclipsed 23,000 views. So I really want to thank you guys for continuing to make this channel a part of your day. And the dialogues in the comments were amazing, as they always are. So I am definitely looking forward to what you guys have to say about this situation. And also let me know if you guys think that Ak is just putting on an act, because some of these takes are egregious and despicable. But I hope you guys love this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. Ak, you can't truly believe this stuff. I feel like you'd get so much respect if you just came out and said what you were actually doing, that you were trying to sabotage Drake from the inside. But it's pretty clear to see that that might be your intention.